the second part of the track seeding, I'm just going to do a quick demonstration on championship seeding, and I can show you from start to finish. We just do this manually rather than using the system because it's probably quicker to do this manually. Let's go into manage. I've taken competitors' names and numbers, sorry, for the ones who are in the 200 meters. We'll use the 200s for an example. I'll go back up to the events table, and for this we're going to convert the 200 heats into heats and final. So for this we're going to change the first one. We're only going to do 2 rounds to a final. So I'm going to put in 2 there and a final. With the comma, it didn't for each round. So if we had 3 rounds, we had a lot of heats, we put 5, 2 and 1. That would mean you've got 5 heats, 2 semi-finals and a final. For the purpose of this, because this is all pre-configured, we've got 2 heats and a final. So it's on day 1. The start of the heats are 1:10. Day 2 will be on the same day. We'll put the start time at 5 o'clock. So we'll just revert back to automatic just for now. So we'll do championship heats, even though we're not going to actually see the arrowhead. I'm just going to put random numbers in just to show what happens when it comes through. Qualification criteria, which appears on the paperwork, which is that. So it's the first 3 qualifiers and the 2 fastest, which equals 8 into round 2, which is going to be the final. So in there we put 3, in there we put 2. Now this hasn't been automated yet, but OpenTrack are looking into automating this, so when the results actually come in through from photo finish, this process of adding the cues will be done automatically. And in there then we add, I don't know, we can put one of the preset ones I've used in before. So those are the records that we've got at the moment, and I think that is the 200 anyway. So we'll save that. So this event has been configured now so that it shows we've got heats, and it shows that in this box here. So we'll go to the main event itself, because we're not going to go into the seeding side this time. We're going to do the seeding manually through this part. So we click back in, and it's given us the 2 rounds and the final. So we can edit by lane, and by this it means it's going to seed. We can manually seed the race from behind the scenes and do it so that we've got a better picture if anything has gone wrong, and we can save ourselves. So I'll just put in some data now. Oops. So I'll put the bib numbers in. These are just random numbers taken from the system that we've already got, and the athletes are already pre-configured. If they're male or female, it doesn't matter for this purpose. It's just showing. So we don't worry about the performance or anything else yet. So we just click save. Okay, so that's done. We can show the athletes' details if you want, and there you'll see the athletes' names come up. So we click on the top there. That's your actual start list that the public will see, and it's got the information we put in. We've got the records, and we've got the qualification criteria. So we go back onto the 200. So we go into the second heat, go back in by lane, and repeat the same process. So 1 to 8. Then I'll enter the bib numbers. And again, if you wanted to see the athletes, oh yeah, doesn't come up yet. So we click on save. There we are. The names have come up. We go back out, and that's what the public will see. So if we go back onto events, click into the 200, heat 1, heat 2. And this is for the purpose of everything beforehand. So we go back onto start list on the print button, and there we see what we've just managed to put in. So what we'll do now, I'll enter the times, and this we enter by place. In fact, let me check if I go back in by lane. Yeah, I'll just do exactly the same. I'll put the numbers down in that order so they finish in that order so we can see. So I'll just put some random times in. I should look at the screen when I'm typing in as well, shouldn't I? That would help. 24.7, 73. I've knocked my number log off, that's what it was. 24.73, 25.14, 25.19. Okay, and because I've knocked out the athletes, I can just put them back in. And everything stays as it is. Because that red box is in there as well, now what I need to do is just highlight the row out and just click delete. So with this now we can see we've got all the information filled out with the bib number and all the times against it. The place, I'll just put in, doesn't allow me to do it because it's automated within the system. So the advancement is based on what we've already preset. So it's the first 3 athletes, we know that, so it's finished, and we'll save. And you'll notice a difference when we go back out to the front. There's a different look to the page. So I'll reduce that down for a minute, and then you can see this extra information that's on the bottom, and there's an advanced to final which really does the seeding for you. So if we open the summary of the heats back up, so all what we've put in is from heat 1. Now we're going to put the times in for heat 2. So we stick by lane. Normally we do this by place, but just for this purpose we can do it this way. And I'll just put the rest of the times in for the moment. And all those times are in now, and again we'll put the first 3 in which we know qualified. Click on finished, and we won't put official results in yet until we've done the small queues. Okay, so we go back out 1 step, so both lines are yellow, which means they're not completely done. So the qualifiers for the final is 1 from heat 1 and 1 from heat 2. So the athletes in lane 4, both heat 1 and heat 2, will qualify for the final. So we go back in and edit by lane. And again, normally we do this by place. So that's finished. Official results, and save. We won't put the wind reading in because we know where that goes in anyway. And now you've seen it's turning green to say it's an official result. We'll do the same with heat 2. And then back out to the front once it's saved. So the 2 heats are done with the qualifiers. And the summary then shows you all the athletes that actually run in the 2 heats, fastest to slowest, and the qualifiers as they are. So we'll close that up And the next thing we want to do now, because we've got nothing in there, is click Advance to Final. And what this does, the system and the coding behind the scenes picks up the cues and all the data along each one of those lines. I needed to change that because that's on the, we'll go back to that now. So that is on seeding. So you can see now, just with a little tweak then, pressing the Advance to Final button, this gives us all the athletes as they've been seeded and as they appear on the start list for the public as well. So we go round 1, round 2, and round 2 is the final. That still needs to be tweaked by OpenTrack because that should show heats and finals. If we go back into the manage side, I'm just going to go back in to show you the, rather than finish links, if we view the EVT file, there you can see at the bottom it's transferred all of what we've just done manually. And then if we wanted to, then we can actually put times against each one. And again, these are just random numbers. So we'll click Finished, Official Results, and Save. So we'll wait for the page to turn over and update. And we go back out. And then we can see the results of the final. And that's how you seed a championship event. Although it was done manually, it's a lot quicker when it's done automatically, and everything works okay as well. And you don't have to go back in to tweak things. I hope that helps with the championship seeding, and we will do the field events next. We'll do high jump and a long jump, and I'll configure some athletes for that. Okay, thank you.